What have you been up to? College admission officers want to know this and more about you as an individual in the activity section of the Commonapp. In this video, we'll explore this section of the Commonapp, we'll see how to fill it, and we'll get 6+1 tips to spice up your activities. But before then, if you missed out on our previous video, check the link in the description, fill the Common App section of the Commonapp, and join us at the next bus stop. Welcome back. Let's get an overview of what the activity section of Commonapp looks like. We have activity type. You're required to mention the activity you are or were involved in. Then position or leadership description, which is set for a maximum of 50 characters. Organization name. And then the activities description for 150 characters. You should be picky with words that you use here, yet highlighting your role and impact created. Participation grade levels was in 9th grade, 10th grade, 11, postgraduate, and so on. You have timing of participation, how often did you carry out this activity during the school year, during school break, or was it all year? Number of hours spent per week, number of weeks spent per year, and whether or not you intend to participate in a similar activity while in college. Applicants usually spend a lot of time wondering how to list their activities. Now this leads me to my very first tip, order of listing activities. But first off, subscribe to this channel if you find this video helpful and turn on the notification to get signaled whenever more useful content comes up. So here are some criteria to consider when listing your activities. The first is time put into each activity. How many weeks, days, or months? Secondly, the impact created. How big or small was it? And this that I personally recommend, order of relation to your passion. The activity that best shows your passions, your interests, should come first and the others follow suit. Now on to the second tip, quantify the impact created. I recommend two ways of doing this, by using strong verbs and by quantifying. Let's check out an example to see how this works. I initiated and coordinated a weekly fundraising event all summer, raising 150,000 francs used to cover consultation fees for 150 diabetes patients in my community. See how the capitalized strong verbs initiated and coordinated intensify the students' role in the overall functioning of the club, and the underlying words and figures tell of the activity's duration and the students' consistency. Tip 3. Spell out acronyms. Do not assume that your reader knows the awards or organization you are referring to, especially if you are an international student. Be rest assured that awards, titles, and education systems around the world slightly vary. So like I mentioned earlier, spell any acronyms you use in your activities list. This tip is very important for every other aspect of your application, and it works closely with the tip that I'll be giving at the end of this video. Never lie or exaggerate the truth. Now, most of the things you say in your application can be verified, and in some cases, admission decisions can be cancelled if a lie is detected or if your application is considered faulty. Tip 5. Demonstrate or show rather than telling. Despite the fact that you only have 150 characters for your description, show the reader the qualities you portray, and why you should be chosen over another candidate. Let's look at this example of the same activity written by two different students. The first student writes, sports, team captain, served as the team captain of the football team. The second student, sports, team captain, organized trainings and oversaw attendance, hence improved the team's performance in the inter-school championship from 9th in 2022 to 2nd in 2023. Now from the example above, we see writer 1 stating that she was team captain, whereas writer 2 showed that she was team captain by means of the activities that she was able to carry out, and she went an extra mile to highlight her impact. Tip 6. It's not always about quantity, but quality too. The myth is colleges want tons of extracurriculars. While this can work, you can also do some few top-notch extracurricular activities. By top-notch, I mean activities that relate with your interests. For example, if you're passionate about medicines, then probably you could raise funds to donate to diabetes patients, epileptics, or generally to the sick, rather than donating musical instruments to a choir. Also, you could create blog posts or write articles for your school magazine. While these activities show creativity, innovation, and passion, there are also key aspects that admission officers look for. You get the point, right? So this leads me to my final tip. In mentioning your activities, input the most significant in the activity section and the rest can come in the additional info section. Moreover, you can use the additional info section to highlight details about any other activities that you could not highlight in the activity section, probably due to space constraints. Putting together all of the tips in this video, you're sure to craft an outstanding activity section that will land you to your dream college. If you found this video useful, share to others, subscribe to this channel, and stay tuned for more.